again. They'll stand with whatever First Nation needs a stronger voice, because we're tiny little nations. But my heart is so full today seeing everyone together. I know there's people here, the Haidas are here, the Kwakwakiwak, there's people here from all over. And non-native people standing together. That's the prophecy. That's the prophecy. It's time. If you're waiting to do something, now it's time. Time is now. People are walking by. If you're enjoying Kitts Beach and you don't want to lose it, the time is now. Stand up. So I don't have the Grand Chief's bio with me, but he's just a great man. So Grand Chief Stuart Phillip, everyone.
Yeah, okay, if I can get up there.
I don't know how I get up there.
That's it. That's it. Why Haskahel, Ipitsi Naksil, and Chaya Squeeze, Siut. As is our custom, I want to begin by acknowledging the Tsleil-Waututh, the Squamish, and the Musqueam. I want to express my gratitude to the organizers who have brought us together on this important juncture of our collective journey. I also want to take a moment to express, on behalf of the Union of BC Indian Chiefs, our gratitude to the Coastal First Nations, the Haida, the Yinkadene Alliance, the Carrier Secondary Tribal Council, all of the signatories to the Save the Fraser Declaration, all of our dear brothers and sisters in the environmental movement, the multi-faith community, human rights groups, and all our beautiful friends and neighbors who know and understand the simple truth that if we caretake the land and the waters of this incredibly beautiful province, the land and the waters will look after us as it has for many, many generations. As you probably heard, the Harbour government has made it official. They have green-lighted Enbridge's Northern Gateway pipeline proposal with 209 conditions. So it's official. The war is on. Today, the Harper government, in its usual thuggish and bullying manner and its usual cowardly fashion, has declared war on everything the British Columbians and First Nations hold near and dear to our hearts. The Harper government has declared war on the rights and interests of Indigenous peoples. The Harper government has declared war on all of the natural values and the interests of British Columbians who have invested countless generations of hard work to create businesses that depend on the beauty of this province in terms of tourism, commercial fisheries, recreational and sports fisheries, everything that depends on the pristine beauty that makes this the most beautiful place in the entire world to live. The Harper government has simply dismissed all of our collected interests in lieu of corporate greed, profiteering, and continues to suck up and kiss up to big oil. And I know that you are fully aware of the fact that this battle, this fight, this struggle is beginning to transition into the courts, and you know that there are at least 5 lawsuits that are putting the final touches on organizing themselves, with another several to come. But I also know you know and understand that it will not be the voice of lawyers that defend the future legacy of our children and grandchildren. Rather, it will be what we as Indigenous peoples, as British Columbians do collectively, standing in solidarity side by side to fight and protect what we all treasure in this province, the lands and the waters. Indigenous peoples will rely and stand on Indigenous and traditional laws and Indigenous legal orders to defend their territories. This is a fundamental human rights issue, and we have every right to protect the interests and the future of our children and grandchildren. And we know in our heart of hearts we will not be standing alone on the front lines, that our dear friends and neighbors will be there beside us. Yes, we will! As we carry this battle forward, there will be legal dimensions, there will be political dimensions, but for those veteran activists, we know that there will be the need to go out onto the land and onto the waters and to physically stop any effort on the part of Enbridge to do preparatory work, site preparation, surveying, while this matter is in the courts. And I know you know as well as I do that some of us here are going to jail, because that's what it's going to take. For many of us, it will not be the first time that we were jailed fighting the good fight, nor will it be the last time. But we know in our heart of hearts that we have to do everything to defend the interests of our children and grandchildren, and for everyone in this province's children and grandchildren, because we cannot depend on the Harper government to do that. We cannot depend on the Clark government to do that. You and I, collectively, side by side, will have to defend the interests of our children. And I know that we will do this, that we will make this journey together. And I want to thank you all for coming out here tonight. So we're going to do this, and we're going to do it 7 times. And we're going to repeat, now wait for it, defend our coast, no pipelines, no tankers, 7 times. Defend